Hey, it's Podrick's Butt here and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a create a sim video, since a lot of my videos at the moment have been speed builds. But funnily enough, I'm not that much of a builder. I don't think I'm amazing at it. I am probably a lot better at create a sim. I mean, I'm not much better, but if I had to pick what I was better at, it would be create a sim. So I decided I'll do a speed create a sim today. And since I'm really excited about Cyberpunk 2077 coming out in November, I thought I'd do some Cyberpunk inspired sims. So I had to go on a bit of a CC shopping spree to get some Cyberpunk-esque type stuff. So I ended up getting a lot of stuff downloaded actually, and my game wouldn't open because one of the files was corrupted or something, but I figured it out, I sorted it. A lot of the CC I did download is kind of alpha looking, or is pretty much alpha, borderline alpha, or is alpha should I say, which I'm not I don't really like alpha CC. I can never make it look good. Every time I make a sim with alpha CC it just looks horrendous, so I did try and avoid using the alpha CC as much as I could, but there was some kind of alpha CC looking stuff. You'll be like, oh yeah, that is borderline alpha kind of stuff. So I was struggling a bit really. It's hard to do such a particular style in The Sims. Even with CC, I went on like a whole thing like, searching Cyberpunk themed CC and that, and I still was struggling. I managed to find this bionic arm though. You just saw it on my sim there, which was insane. I thought it was insanely cool, so I decided I'd use it on the female sim that I've done. I do also make a male sim, but I feel like with my male sim, he looks more like a punk rather than a cyberpunk. But you know, I tried my best. I mean, even then I'm not too sure if the female looks very cyberpunk either, because when I was googling like references, images and stuff, it seemed very varied. So I was trying to go more off the game rather than anything else. I'll probably show a picture of the two main characters in the game. It's like Mass Effect where you can have a masculine character or a feminine character, so I'll show you them up on the screen. But even then I don't think I really went off them either. I don't know what I was going off, probably just having a bit of a guessing game with it, but I hope I did alright. And because there is a lot of a CC on it, I wasn't sure whether to upload it to the gallery or not. Like, I guess people can like look at it, but they won't be able to use it. But I do actually have a CC fans blog on my Tumblr where I literally reblog everything I ever add to my game, purely as a way to like help out the creators as well, because I can't really donate and stuff at the minute, not in the position to, unfortunately, but I'd love to be able to donate to them, because all the stuff they do for free is amazing. So I feel like that's the next best thing. I can try and support them through spreading it through my Tumblr instead, even though I don't have that many followers. But if you want to check out my Tumblr blog for CC and mods and whatnot, I'll link it down below, and everything I pretty much use in this will be on there as well, so that might be a bit helpful if you do want to download The Sims, but that's up to you. I don't know if you'd want to. But yeah, I was having a bit of fun with this one, if I'm honest. I wasn't being too serious with it. I wanted them to look cool, but I wasn't like really bothered. Like, a lot of times when I create sims, I'm like proper particular, really fussy, look at every little detail kind of thing. But I ended up skipping the last 3 outfit types. So I skipped the swimsuit outfit, hot weather and cold weather, because I just didn't see the point in having them, if that makes sense. But I pretty much do everything else. So I went really overboard with the makeup on this as well, which was really fun. I usually do such muted, natural looking makeup that going over the top like that was really fun to do. I absolutely love her hair as well. If anyone's wondering where the hair is from, you probably already know. It's Grim Cookies and Deligracy's collab CC. I think it's the second one they've done together. I've got both of them in my game. I absolutely love it. But I thought the hair was so cool, and it even has like the whole adding the ombre style dye to the ends of it made it look even more cool. So I was so excited to use that hair, even though I didn't specifically download it for this creator sim. I actually downloaded other hairs I want to use, and I don't even think I ended up using them for her. I do use one for the male though, He has like the sparky punk hair, which is why I think he looks more like a punk than he does a cyberpunk. Because cyberpunk is meant to be like, it has the punk style underlying, doesn't it? But it's like all based on like robotics and having like extensions to your body, like upgrades and whatnot. Like it's a futuristic thing where, I don't know, you have implants that make you more superhuman, I guess. But because I was so excited for the game, I was like, I just have to do it in The Sims. Like, what else am I going to do? The only thing that could divert my attention from this game is if Dragon Age 4 was announced by BioWare. That is the only thing that could stop me from being more excited for Cyberpunk than anything this year. If BioWare come out and announce Dragon Age 4 next year, very unlikely, but if they did, that would be the only thing that would divert my attention. So if anyone knows me, they'll know that I really love Dragon Age, so it just goes to show just how excited I am about Cyberpunk 2077. I think half of the reason why I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077 is though because of Witcher 3 and the fact that it's the same developers, and I was obsessed with Witcher 3. I feel like if it were just a random Cyberpunk game coming out, I don't know if I'd be as excited. I still think it'd look cool, but I wouldn't be that bothered about it, if that makes sense. I feel like because it's tied to the same developers as Witcher 3, it's the main reason why I'm so excited about it, funnily enough. So yeah, if you want to check out Cyberpunk 2077, please do. It's by CD Projekt Red, who also made Witcher. Also check out Witcher if you've never played that either. You can play the other Witchers, but they're not that big of a deal. You can just skip it and play Witcher 3, because I played Witcher 3 first and then went back and played the other two. And honestly, Witcher 3 is the best one. So, which is not the same about Mass Effect. With Mass Effect, I think the second one's the best one. I don't like the first one because I love the story, but the gameplay is god awful. I absolutely despise it. I end up just like quitting the game at one point and won't play it. But I think Mass Effect, it goes Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, but the story was a bit of a letdown, and then Mass Effect 1 for me. And then Andromeda, I don't know. that was a bit of a controversial one, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed it though. I mean, obviously it released with bugs and lots of oversights, but that's just EA being EA, isn't it? I can't even blame BioWare for that one. I think EA rushed them into their release date, probably because they were just looking at the money side. I can't imagine BioWare would not care about their game that much to release it like that. So I think overall though, I did like Andromeda. It's a shame they'll probably never do a sequel to it, but I hope they carry on with the Mass Effect series because I absolutely love it. Anyway, we're moving on to the guy now. And as you can see, he's got his little mohawk hair. This is why I think he looks more punk than cyberpunk, but I did try. I'd tried to make it look like he was a lot more brightly coloured punk rather than just a punk, if that makes sense. But I even downloaded scars actually, because I thought that would look cool as well, because I feel like based on the game, there'll probably be customisable scars in that as well, I hope. I don't know, but I hope they will be. Because, you know, when you're I don't even know what they'll be, but they go around shooting people, so I can't imagine they'll always come out of it looking perfect. They'll probably have scars and all sorts of stuff, so I thought I'd have to get some scars downloaded for it, even if the Sims not necessarily going to go out and start shooting people, but you never know. In my head they do. In my head they're basically the characters for my characters for Cyberpunk 2077 when the game comes out, although probably not. I'll probably end up making someone who looks completely different to either of these Sims, but I'll let you know about that one when it comes out. Just talking back to Dragon Age 4. I mean, I don't know if anyone's interested in Dragon Age, but if there is any interest on my channel, I'd love to leave down below what you're expecting from Dragon Age 4, because I'm not too sure what to expect. I hope they make Solus the enemy. Sorry, spoiler alert for Inquisition, because he ends up being a bad guy. Ish. Kind of ends up being a bad guy. I still love him though. That egg looking elf, I absolutely adore him, even if he is a complete a-hole. So I hope that he's the main antagonist for Dragon Age 4. I hope, even though they always give you like different characters to play, like it's always a different protagonist every game. So we'll probably I won't be playing as the same character as the third game, but it would be cool to see that character come up, especially if that character romanced Solus, because I'd love to see the repercussions of that. I just love seeing what choices affected your game before, like say when you play something in another game and then you play it in the next game, it actually affected it. I love stuff like that, so I hope we get to see something like that. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure what to expect from Dragon Age 4. I mean, I'd like them to keep it open world, just not as... just they need to improve a bit on the open world, because when I were in the hinterlands, oh my word, that was a stress and a half if you're a perfectionist and want to get everything done. But yeah, I need to stop babbling about Dragon Age because that's not relevant to Cyberpunk at all. I just really love it. Back to Cyberpunk. So I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk. They seem to have a lot of stuff going on with it. The customization of characters seems quite detailed based on what I've heard. I thought it was quite funny that you could set the size of their genitals. I thought was absolutely hilarious. I'm quite immature when it comes to stuff like that, but yeah, so I thought that was funny. But anyway, I'm coming to the end of the video now. I'll be showing the characters in a minute, I think. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about my favourite games, and leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon. Dag dag!